Am I the butthole for laughing at my mom after she and my dad insisted I tell my friend's boyfriend to leave my house? I, female 20, moved out on my 18th birthday and never looked back. I mostly moved out due to how strict my parents were. When I say strict, I don't mean something like home by 10 p.m. I mean, I wasn't allowed to have friends older than me, even by a few months. I wasn't allowed any guy friends. If I had a project to work on at school and got partnered with a guy, my mom would tell my teachers to make me do it alone. I was only allowed on my phone if someone, mom or dad, was there to monitor what I was doing. Weekdays my bedtime was 9 p.m. and weekends 9:30 p.m. I could only have sleepovers if it was at my house, and all of my friends have to be questioned to make sure they were clean, meaning they didn't have boyfriends, no tattoos, went to church, you get it. So you can imagine, I had literally 1 or 2 friends. By 18, I didn't have any plans, I just packed my stuff and left. My parents weren't happy and tried for months to get me to come home, but I didn't plan on it. Anyways, I landed a damn good job and was able to get my first apartment shortly after. My friend is over at my house almost every day with her boyfriend and we just hang out. I didn't cut out all contact with my parents, but I limited to only special occasions. My mom wanted to have a Zoom family call, whatever it's called, and asked me to join. I figured, what the hell, I'll join and say hi. As I'm talking to my little cousin, in the background you could see my friend's boyfriend come into the living room area. Everyone's face kind of froze and I didn't think much of it. My mom asked who it was and I told her, and she immediately gets annoyed. She started asking why he was leaving my bedroom, which he didn't. The bathroom is the same way towards the bedroom, so I could see why it would look like he left from my room. She and my dad proceeds to ask me why I have guys at my home, why is he 21 hanging around me, I just turned 20, but yay, it was like I was 15 again. My mom then insists I have him leave. At this point my friend and her boyfriend hears this and goes like, WTF? I didn't know what else to do but laugh. I said, are you out of your mind, and laughed some more. I realized they were serious and said my goodbyes and hung up. Later I started getting messages that my parents are upset I laughed at them, and my family says it's in my best interest to apologize because I was being a butthole for laughing. Am I the butthole for laughing? Edit. I did not expect to have this much feedback. Thank you everyone who took time to comment, and a big thank you for the awards. For those of you asking why I would think I was the butthole, it's mostly cause I laughed at them then hung up, so I thought it was rude and butthole-ish, especially after being told I was by my aunt as well. I see a lot of people telling me to go no contact. I'd feel terrible if I did such a thing, but someone did point out they'll never change their ways, so I think I might have to. You know, I've got no idea how to set boundaries, but I'm sure there's a few articles that can help me with that. I did block them from all of my social media accounts except Facebook, so I think that counts? I'm not familiar with setting boundaries. Sorry. I found out from my little cousin that my mom has been asking where I live, so now I'm kind of scared for that. Though not many know my address, if she asks the right people she might find out. I hope not. Not the butthole. You're an adult living in your own house, you can have whoever you like visiting. Your parents have some serious issues. Right? Original poster is lucky she has her head screwed on straight because her parents did everything in their power to mess that up. She's amazing that she was able to move out and just be an adult and realize what is a more normal, you know what guys, I disagree with person below me, but I think healthy is a better adjective, way to live. Good for her. Amazingly NTA. Her parents are whack. I hope parents like these can realize someday that they curtail emotional and social development of their kids by behaving like this. Edit. A few people have replied with their experiences in such situations. My heart genuinely goes out for you guys. I have been lucky enough to have parents who have cared for me yet allowed me to experience the world on my terms and gave me advice as needed. I cannot fathom what you all went through. I know it probably won't happen, but I wish your parents and parents of other kids who have gone through these situations would realize it one day. Unfortunately, most of them never, and mostly too late. It's in my best interest to apologize. It's in your best interest to lower contact. That bothered me the most. Best interest? Like, is that a threat? No, it's family code for, we know you're in the right and we agree with you, but we don't want to deal with the fallout of you standing your ground, so give up. I'm pretty sure they don't even agree with her, at all. The family in general don't seem to care to think outside the tiny box. I definitely agree they want her to give up and fail so they have her in their grasp again. The family almost sounds like part of a cult. I disagree. If that were the case, they wouldn't have worded it that way. It's in your best interest to apologize is not the same as you're a butthole. You need to apologize. For real. Not the butthole in this one. Honestly, I've heard families act like this when they're Jehovah's Witnesses. The parents will be so strict it's ridiculous. Yeah, I almost asked the original poster if they were Mormon, but it seemed rude. Those people can be so brainwashed it turns into a cult. Yeah, I totally agree. It's a very thin line between cult and organized religion. Low crafty parents aren't going to stop being crafty, and nothing is ever going to be done to prevent horrible abusive people from reproducing. They don't. What happens is the child becomes an adult that distances from them, for obvious reasons, and the parents just blame the child for everything. Source: had an abusive grandmother. I never called her because of the things she used to say to me. Then I would dread calls from her because a few seconds in and it becomes a one-sided hour-long rant about how you never call. Do you even love me anymore? I do so much for you, etc. You get the idea. Up, call them back and laugh some more. This. Also, every time a family member says to call and apologize, tell them your parents' check for your living expenses bounced, so now you can do anything you want. Meaning you provide your living, they don't. But also the extra embarrassment of a check bouncing, haha. May. This implies you're relying on them and betraying them and makes you seem like the butthole. Obviously I disagree with it, but I'm not in that situation, so I don't know the outcomes. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, that just sounds like a bratty kid and makes original poster look worse, not the other way around. I'd go a step farther and rather than just calling them back, set up a family Zoom call and laugh at them some more. If others don't hear how ridiculous they are, there's no motivation for them to change. Nor is it acknowledged by others how ridiculous they are, and honestly the ridiculous cycle will continue. It sounds like the whole family enables their crazy, since original poster says everyone's faces froze when the guy walked by. Pro tip right here, original poster. Laugh some more with another guy friend over who is her boyfriend. Definitely upload a Zoom background of tons of men. Firefighter calendar or beefcake. Have fun with it. Strip bar. Watch her dad try to keep watching. I endorse this plan. Have the friend's boyfriend call and laugh. You are not a butthole and continue to stick up for yourself. Don't let that change your behavior. Be firm and tell them, my life, my choice. Accept me or move on. I want to jump on the top comment in hopes that original poster will see this. I am so proud of you for getting out and on your own and living your life and finding your happiness. Don't second guess yourself. If what you are doing doesn't bother your conscience, then don't let what anyone else says affect your conscience either. Damn, I love it when I read on Reddit that someone has left oppressive homes and spread their wings and is finding their happiness. Heart, 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 heart. Issues is being kind, I think. They're freaking loopy. Op is not the butthole for sure. They're telling original poster to pretend men don't exist? Laughing out loud to. My mother was bipolar, I think, or just her harsh life destroyed a lot of her sanity. She could be a really good mom and be a screaming monster that I can thank for a lot of issues. But because of the good things I can't go total no contact, but I will pick up her phone calls and listen, not talk but listen to her for 10 to 20 minutes, from time to time. But for sure I wouldn't apologize for a thing I know I am is right, because that is a part of the healing process. You don't go back to old power dynamics that destroy you just to please people. F them, you come first. Not the butthole. Yes, I am going to be gratified when some of the toxicity of the old generations dies along with them. People die, I just hope we can make sure their ideas of controlling people to make themselves happy can die with them. Yay, their demands are laughable, so laughing in response wasn't even remotely the wrong course of action. Op's an adult with her own property. She gets to make her own rules for herself, and her parents are absolutely nuts to think they have any say at all. If they want to be respected, they should behave respectfully. Came here to say this. How could original poster be in butthole for laughing? It's an entirely understandable response. Their request was disrespectful and their attitude was laughable. Yeah, laughing can be a defense or coping mechanism. Totally not the butthole. Their parents sound super tyrannical. Strict? More like control freaks. Glad original poster moved out when they had the chance. I definitely would have laughed in their faces too. This also may be for the next Zoom call. Get some strippers and maybe have some of your more dedicated friends dress up as bikers and gang members and be visibly partying. Bonus points for somebody doing fake coke clearly in view of your cam. Lol, you're not the butthole at all. Your house, your rules. Only reason I don't recommend this is ops parents sound awful enough to call the cops on what is clearly a prank. And have the cops show up to a clean, pristine house with people in a circle reciting Bible verses. Parents get in trouble for wasting police time and resources. I don't recommend this though, only because it would actually be a waste of police time and resources. But it would be hilarious. Lol, I love this idea. Respond to an issue with absurdity. I think the term serious issues is a bit tame for this. I would suggest the term effing crazy. That would be an insult to crazy people, lol. Exactly. Their house, their rules. Your house, your rules. I disagree with the their house, their rules part. Parents shouldn't be able to treat their kids like that just because they own the house. It's borderline abusive. Their house, their rules. Agree. This is almost always an excuse to be controlling and ridiculous. I don't think it was borderline abuse, but straight out abuse. They were strict and controlling to an abusive level. Socially controlling and isolating a person is abuse. Piggybacking on top comment to let original poster know that it's totally fine to laugh at them. Laughing is the only kind of thing you can do when confronted with that level of stupidity. I know the type her parents are. They're scary as crap, and super toxic to their kids. Serious issues is a total understatement. Good job original poster noping out as soon as you could. Do not budge when they try to run your life. If you get a single millimeter they'll take 50 miles. Not the butthole. This. Maybe going full no contact for a while might shake them up. They have massive problems and you were so smart to get away. Not the butthole. Not the butthole. Some people might say it's disrespectful to laugh at your parents demanding something, but context is key here. You've had enough, you're old enough, and you're out on your own. You're not under their roof so they don't get to keep policing who is allowed in and out of your house. However, since now you know your parents will likely pull stunts like this in the future, it's best to be ready to deal with that if you keep contact with them. By all means, I think you're right to do whatever you want now, but be prepared for the conflict that keeping them involved in your life will bring. Also, if you are suggesting something ridiculous, it's not the other party's fault to laugh at you. Don't say ridiculous things if you don't want to be laughed at. I just want to know how two adults' mindsets can be so far gone for 18+ years that they think they're in the right for all of this. Like, what even leads to an adult couple thinking any of this is reasonable, healthy, or normal in the slightest? My friend's parents are like this. They're hardcore Bible thumpers. His mom, after a decade, is still trying to pray my gay away. As much as I'm against parading my sexuality in people's faces like that, this makes me want to wear a jock strap and a mesh tank top in front of them. And I'm not campy or flamboyant normally, though it's so much fun to let go like that. I'm an old, straight lady and folks like this make me want to wrap up in a gay pride flag and not much else and picket in front of their house. It wouldn't change them, but at least we out there picketing would have fun. I'll join you, although this time of year, can I have some rainbow-colored thermal underwear as well? When we found out my cousin is gay, my parents, or rather father, told me and my siblings that we were not allowed to be alone with either of them. I now have no relationship with my cousin. I barely have memories of him, but he is an awesome guy, and I could know him better. Unfortunately, I can't pay for an airplane ticket to take me across the country to do so. Edit. Fixed a word. You don't have to meet someone in person to start mending ties. If you haven't already, reach out to him online, maybe Zoom? He would probably appreciate knowing you are on his side. I don't have any way of contacting him, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would. Does he not have any social media? Or are you not allowed it? I don't know his last name, and because I haven't talked with him for 10 years, I honestly feel like contacting him would be a bit weird, like I want to, but neither of us know each other anymore and are both married now. I don't know his last name, he doesn't know mine, so he might just block me not knowing who I am. Is there a way to find out? A relative you could ask? It could be worth a shot. Hey, don't let 10 years stop you. I had an first boyfriend when we were 15, very innocent, contact me after some 12 years we had no contact and it was sweet. If you have fond memories together and don't expect anything except friendship growing out of it, I'm sure he will be happy with you contacting him. Now's the time to get back in touch and make new memories. You've obviously never lived in the Deep South, the Bible Belt. Crap's crazy. I do believe it's called the belt buckle of the Bible Belt. Been there, seen that. That far away. I remember comedian Judy Tenuta saying spank me with the Bible Belt, and I still think that's funny. One word, religion. Probably narcissism in that they prepare for the absolute worst in their mind, sin, I'm guessing, so they can't get blamed for it. If there is literally no room for a kid to grow, there is no room for them to commit what they perceive as sinful, so no one whose opinion matters to them can really judge them for being a bad parent. As with all these type of people, they forget or don't care that barely anyone agrees. Sex before marriage isn't the end of the world. Not everyone thinks it's so bad. TLDR, they're small, disgusting cowards who has no business having kids. I keep imagining Op's mom interrogating a 6-year-old, when original poster was 6, so, when's your birthday? 28th of June. Oh no, sorry, original poster was born on the 1st of July, you're too old to be her friend. Honestly, it's scary just how some people need to have power over kids. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.